All right. Welcome. We'll do a little reading in the dark, even though you all are used to me doing shit like this in the dark now. But we got the red light special going on. Little candle. Okay. Okay. Only take what resonates and leave the rest, as I like to say, because there's going to be a lot of reading today. And we're going to do kind of like shorter ones and keep it strappy. What's going on, Igniting? It's a little bit of a late ride reading. Oh, it's 10. Yeah, it's 10 o'clock. Wow, what the fuck just happened to like the last 3 hours of my life? I don't even know. I got home and I partied. AKA smoked weed, took my snake out, did some laundry. And then I was listening to my tunage. And then I got bored and I was like, all right, I'm done dancing around my room with my snake in my hand to I got 5 on it by... And maybe let's go back to work. You know what I mean? Let's go back to work because I haven't done enough work today at all. Let's do some more. So, we are going to pull up collector readings. And honestly, I don't really think this is going to be a very long reading, but it's going to be, it's going to be what it is, all right? All right, let's start the first one off. Whoa. Okay. Ooh. Okay. We have the 4 of a kind. We have the change. Don't wait, it's coming out today. See, let's go and find another day. Okay, then I just got that Blind Melon song in my head, Change. We're just afraid to change. Fucking Blind Melon, here we go. All right, someone's changing. Who's changing? What's going on, Lauren? Okay, someone's watching you, and the time is up. All right. I'm going to use the Island Love Tarot Oracle and see what's going on with this change. Someone's watching you. You got a lucky hand. It's the time to change. Okay. Ascending, transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. Look at all you motherfuckers here at night. Yo, whoop, whoop. Preparing for union. All right, stabbed in the back. Here we go. There's the big stuff. Okay, stabbed in the back, separation, keys on a ring, karmic relationship, and addiction. Stabbed in the back. Okay, so obviously, Spirit's letting you know that you've been like obviously fucked over, okay? And you could have been attacked, viciously attacked. Okay, always remember these are analogies. These aren't exactly how it's going down. If you can take the analogy, do it. If you can't, it's okay. If the shoe fits, wear it, you know what I mean? So, karmic relationship in reverse, keys on a ring in reverse, separation, addiction in reverse, makes it seem like, I don't know, you could have went through some betrayal, and you know how people, they go through like hard shit. I mean, divorces where there's like massive cheating, manipulation. I mean, a lot of it is like personal relationships that we have with people where we take a hit in some way, okay? And you think to yourself, like, how the fuck, like, you shouldn't have done this. Like, you don't do this kind of thing to somebody that you're, you know, in this kind of relationship. It's like, I'm getting like espionage now. Like, what the fuck? Okay. So you could have had like, because I'm hearing like also insider trading. So just go with the analogy of what these words mean, because if we've got espionage now and insider trading, that to me would mean that you've got somebody possibly that's either working for you or that you're working with, and you might know that you're doing something illegal, but you might not know that you're doing something illegal. Okay, but everybody else is doing it. And then there's also this like corporate greed, right? Sabotage, okay, the people that possibly are even on your team, okay? And when you go through something like this, like the first thing you usually do is grab a fucking bottle and you down it, okay? That's what usually people do in this type of situation, because depending on who these relationships are with, like sometimes you get face to face with people that you've known your whole life that are people that you don't know. They are involved in things that you don't know about. They do shit you don't know about. It's not that you don't know about it. It's just you wouldn't think that these people would do that. Like it's kind of shit that almost like you see in the movies, right? You're like, this isn't shit that you see. This isn't stuff you're supposed to see. This is stuff you're supposed to see on the fucking movies. You're not supposed to see this stuff in real life. You're supposed to hear about it, you know, through fucking your worst enemies going through things that you never want to go through, but you want to hear them go through it. Sure, okay, if anybody wants to go through it, then make sure your enemies go through it, okay? Hear it through the grapevine somehow. Okay, so this is stuff that like you should have put a fucking bottle in your hand, but for some reason it didn't. That's the thing, is like we'll go through these things in our life, and it depends how we mend. Because if you do grab a bottle, then that most likely means you're not mending. You're not trying to heal. You're just trying to get over it. You're trying to get through the day. You want to get to sleep, and you want to wake up and don't want to wake up sometimes. Okay, so you put a bottle in your hand, but then comes the test, okay, of now all of a sudden you've got a good hand that you can play, okay, but you just got stabbed in the back, and you're like, okay, well, do I play the hand, or do I choose to let time and the betrayal get the best of me and become addicted to that, or realize that I've got a hand to play? Because that's the thing, is like now I'm getting, and this is super sad, I went to high school with this person, with this girl who 16 and pregnant, okay, all been there, done that. Well, I just know somebody possibly been there, done that, okay? I didn't been there, done that, okay? Watch your words, Whitney. And so she was a young mother, and we grew up in this shithole town, okay, called Oshawa. I don't know if you know it. It's a great town. Anyways, we were fucking rough, okay? All GM families, all factory families, fucking nobody had more than the fucking next person. I can tell you that right now. Okay? And what the fuck was I just talking about? Oh, yeah. So this very, very trashy soul, okay, had a son. And just because she was young and trashy doesn't mean she didn't love the fuck out of that kid. So anyways, trashy mom grows up, kid grows up. I think he was about 5. And falls and hits his head. Trashy mom, okay, and I'm calling her trashy mom because literally this is what people looked at her and judged her as. Okay, she had like a piercing in her face and stuff. So she was known trashy mom, okay? And she took him to the hospital. And they did nothing for him, really. Like, they said, like, go home, let him sleep, blah, 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 whatever. I don't know, something about a concussion or something. I'm not really sure exactly what happened, but she ended up taking him to Sick Kids, which is, you know, not too far away from that town. Like, it's in the city. And I don't really think, no, or did she even make it to Sick Kids? That's the thing. Like, I don't really know what happened. All I know is that her son hit his head, and she took him to the hospital, and now I'm getting goosebumps. The hospital did nothing for them. And he should have been airlifted out of there. Like, he had a massive brain bleed, but like nobody was fucking paying attention to him. She was the trashy mom. And she's like, you know when something's wrong with your kid. Like, you know when something's wrong. Anyways, the kid fucking died. And I don't think she ever got over it. And I don't think she'll ever fully get over what that did to her. Because when you look like something, you get judged like something. Okay? And if she had been the 5-star, 28-year-old pulled up to the fucking hospital in, even an Oshawa fucking Jeep Wrangler or some shit like that, and didn't have any piercings in her face, they might have actually admitted her son. But because, and like, she feels like she was massively like profiled altogether. And that dumb profiling, which is like basically racism, just in a different category, okay? Because there's no actual way to categorize such hate by just looking at somebody. So you're not going to treat their son because their mom looked a little rough. So what did they think? That she was blowing shit out of proportion, right? And really lying about the whole thing just to get her son looked at by doctors? Because some people do that too. Other people, they don't. Okay? They actually care about what's going on with their kids. Okay? So you might have had like some type of, I don't know why that story came. Like, what the fuck were we just talking about where it came up to like that type of betrayal? I don't know. I let these stories come through for you guys, I guess. Like, I mean, nobody needs to really know about Landon. I love dead people, so those dead motherfuckers are always with me. But anyways, I don't know. You might have had some massive betrayal, shocking attack where you were supposed to get looked at, or somebody was supposed to get looked at, and you were judged, you were profiled in some way, right? Racism all the way, fucking, you don't have enough money, we're going to reject you. Oh, I watched John Q. I've been kind of sick the last few days, so I've been watching a lot of movies. John Q, right? He doesn't have the right insurance. Okay, well, get the fuck out of our hospital, go somewhere else. You're not going to take your kid home and hope and pray for the best. Like, are you kidding? Like, this is what we've come down to? Like, years and years and thousands and hundreds and billions and trillions of dollars, and really, you just send people home to die? Like, this is where we've come to because you don't have $25,000 to put down. So, like, I don't know if somebody was massively profiled. Again, that name keeps coming out of my mouth. I don't even know why we were talking about this. Why are we talking about Landon? I don't know. Maybe somebody has a child that died. I don't know. There is change coming. Okay, because something has to change, right? We get into these parts in our lives where, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if she's ever got over it. I think she's always going to talk about her son. It's been like 15 years now, and I don't think she's ever not going to talk about it, right? But sometimes the world, when we're going through something so brutal, suddenly gives us this opening somewhere else. And we can pick that hand and use it, or we can stay in time with the shocking attack. Okay? Because again, it's just the analogy. It's whatever happened. Like, so I found out through my spirits, okay, I've been doing a lot of just soul healing stuff that I never really got to get over as a child because I was just kind of pushed through, and lied to, manipulated a lot. So I was thinking about my dog, Chimo, and we had this husky way back in the day when my dad was single. And, huskies are very energetic dogs, okay? So my dad had to spend a lot of time running that dog, and to the point where we would go to the woods, and this was when back in the day where we used to actually swim in the river that went through the city. Okay, so we would swim in the river, and fucking Chimo just be running around, fucking doing laps in the woods, and just having a great time. And then once we met my stepmother, well, narcissistic, controlling, abused woman, okay, suddenly sees the hyperactive dog that needs all this attention as, well, if Randy's putting it into the dog, then when does he have time to put it into me? So this became a cat and mouse with her slowly kind of beating the dog around as if She didn't like the dog didn't like her, all this shit. She started complaining about him. He's too rough. He's too this. She didn't like dogs. He jumped up, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, Chimo suddenly went to a farm. Okay? For 30 fucking years, I thought this dog was on a farm. Literally. Until I watched, doesn't matter, and they tell the story of the dog who goes to the farm. And I went, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, there's no way that that's what my father did. Because everybody else say that. There's no way that that's what my dad did. Like, he put the dog down. And, no, he actually found another home. Like, there is a farm with chickens, blah, blah, blah. There's no fucking farm with chickens. Nobody goes to a fucking farm with chickens, okay, and lives a holly jolly fucking life. They were put on the slab. They were fucking killed. And you need to know the truth, okay? So Chimo came to, like, my third eye. There was my dog. And I was like, I need justice for Chimo. Like, so I don't know what she did. The way that Chimo told me is that Cindy, my stepmother, who was my dad's girlfriend at the time, gets him to put his dog down. Okay, do you think you're the queen? Apparently, she is the fucking queen, according to my fucking faggot father. Anyways, according to Chimo, because you can channel dogs, even dead dogs, okay? I'm one of them. Can channel that shit. Apparently, she claimed that Chimo bit her. Now, if Chimo bit her, I can tell you this right now, Chimo was young, okay? He grew up with 2 little girls. I was like 5 years old. My sister was like 7, okay? I probably maybe even 4 years old when we got him, okay? Never bit us once. Never. You could have yanked on that dog's tail, that motherfucker wouldn't bite. He's with 2 girls. What do you think he's going to do? Like, all he's going to do is protect us. He's not going to attack us in any way. And he didn't. He never did. Never bit me. And my first reaction was, well, what did she do then? What did she do? And then I was watching Lost Boys. Told you I've been crushing a lot of movies recently for some reason. So then I was watching Lost Boys. You know how he's got a dog, a husky in the movie, okay? And the husky attacks the brother when he's in the bath and everything. And he's like, what did you do, Mike? What did you do to the dog? What did you do to make him bite you? And then that's where Chimo came in again. I said to myself, what did my stepmother do to make the dog bite her? Because Chimo wouldn't have just bit her. And then that's when Mike says, too, he was defending you. He was defending you. Exactly. A dog's going to defend you. He's not just going to bite. So why did he bite? What the fuck did they do? Okay, same with the doctors. I don't know what the fuck they saw in this kid, but my high school friend knew that something was wrong with her son, which is why she brought him to the emergency room. Okay, and this was another girl. Oh, man, so there was this other lady that I worked with back in our 20s, and she had a daughter, very young age, and at about 4 or 5, she noticed something was wrong with her daughter, and she was like walking funny, and she was like knocking her head, and like she was slurring words. So she took her to like 5, I'm getting goosebumps again, 5 or 6 different hospitals, and she wouldn't stop. She's actually one of the families for the Ronald McDonald House, because she made such a fit. She went to so many hospitals, and everybody gave her the same runaround. You're just a protective parent, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, no, fuck you, went to the next one. No, fuck you, went to the next one. Turns out her daughter had this massive brain tumor, okay? This poor little fucking 5-year-old with this tumor like the size of a grapefruit growing in her head, okay? And no hospital took her. Everybody called her insane. It's the same with me being a psychic. I've predicted things that people have called me insane about. They say I'm fucking crazy, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, right. Okay, the only people that are going to call you crazy are people that are they know you're telling the truth, but they don't fucking care. And that's what's so sad about it. So people claim that they care, but do you really fucking think that they do? No. But sometimes your ass has got to be up against the back of the fucking wall to realize there goes your whole, like, when I came out about my fucking stepfather and what he did to me, my whole family stopped talking to me. My stepfather, he's not even married in. My mother stopped talking to me? Of course, fine. Go fuck your fucking pedophile husband. Go ahead. I don't give a shit. But why did my grandparents leave? Why did my aunts and uncles stop talking to me? Why did my own fucking cousins not reply? And then we got my dad's side. Okay, my dad's side shouldn't be any fucking problems. Pedophiles on my mom's side. But my stepmother's a narcissistic sociopath. Been lying since the day she walked into my fucking life. Okay. But now she can't handle my sister and I because we're grown up and we don't put up with her shit. So why have I lost my whole family? Because of my fucking stepmother. So my stepmother and my stepfather have taken away my mother and my father and my families on both sides. Do you understand? Like I don't know if I don't know if the analogy has to be for somebody, but like think of that analogy, however way it's going to resonate, because it's for somebody in this reading. Okay, like that's why I'm picking up I'm not doing this for fucking no reason. Okay, so for somebody in the reading, but sometimes it takes a little while to recognize the analogy because it's hard. It doesn't sound exactly okay. There is this one Chiron video. Okay, this is how fucked up analogies are. There's this one Chiron video that I swear I listened to it 3 different times because if there was something that he was saying that I was like, but I couldn't pick it up because it's an analogy. It's not how he's saying it, even though sometimes it can come out exactly how he say it. Okay, but as general messages, okay, to nail the fucking nail on the coffin, it's hard. Okay, because of so many people. But once I watched it like the 3rd time, I was like, oh my God. It was like some grocery store analogy or some shit. And I was like, all right, now I know exactly. But it's like black and white. It's like the way that we see dreams. Okay, if you can see your dreams are going to start telling you things, but there's a cap between what your dreams can tell you, okay, and what you need to decipher because it's a code. They can't give you all the answers, or it's like, I don't know, training for a job, I guess. I mean, like when you're training, do you get given all the answers? No, it's supposed to be something you study for, and then you're tested, you're grilled, right? It's kind of those things. Like when spirit comes through, it's to recognize what we need to hear, but sometimes we're too pride driven or selfish to hear it because we don't want to hear it because our pride is too high, that we don't want to acknowledge that we're doing something wrong yet. We need to acknowledge that everybody else is doing something wrong. Well, once you acknowledge that everybody else has done something wrong, then you start to fucking point the whole spotlight on yourself, and then you're like, okay, like I don't want to, honestly at this point in time, I don't blame mistakes that other people do even on those people anymore. I'm in a line of work where you can easily blame it on the guy behind the curtain, okay? Guy behind the stove, guy behind the wall. But why would you? Okay, it's pathetic. Okay, even if it is their fault. I'm the one on the floor. I'm the one in their face. I'm the one that's got the customer. Why am I going to blame it on somebody else that's not there when I'm right there? I'll take the blame. I can do that now. I'm a big girl. Okay, I take the blame for things I don't even fucking know what happened. I'm like, fucking slap it on my tab. I don't fucking know what happened, but I'll take the blame for it if it means that we don't all shut up and fucking walk away because this is just too much. Okay, but then there's people that you're dealing with where you can't take the blame anymore. It's like, fuck you, I'm not taking it up the ass one more time because you don't take the fucking blame for anything. So it depends who it almost like depends the team you're working for or the team that you're, married to or lined up with. It's like, you're either taking one for the team because it's your team and that's where you want to be, or you're taking things for people that will never take anything for you. Okay, so if that's the betrayal, okay, where, I mean, even these hospitals, I mean, think of how many hospitals around you. I mean, okay, if you've had rich parents or like think that they're rich, think of how many times you've donated. Okay, like, again, we have sick kids. That's like the main hospital. It's not even really near me, but if I had kids, I would take my kid fucking to sick kids if I needed to. Okay, that shit, donation, sick kids. You can donate to that bitch fucking anywhere in this town. There's always a sick kids donation somewhere. And I'm like, how many times did those bitches fucking donate to those hospitals? And then once they got to that hospital with the problem, they were denied and told to leave. Right? So watch who you fucking fight the war for. Because if they ain't fucking fighting with you, then you're just putting up all this shit. You're fighting all these, clicking all the bullets off, killing all these motherfuckers. And then you come back and it's like, you did nothing. You didn't do, nobody fucking cares. You just fought for nobody. And you got basically a fast one pulled on you. Okay? And especially people that you got to chase around, situations you got to chase around, situations that you feel like you got to do way too much for because nobody else is pulling their weight. Whatever this fucking, I always say these messages are going to be little, 25 minutes. Whatever this is, this 4 of a kind, okay? It's time you use it. Because you could have been sitting on this 4 of a kind for a long time. Okay? Just because you got it doesn't mean you got to use it. Okay? This is also, now I'm getting like, You know those food delivery services now, like Uber and shit, right? You could have had a car your whole life. Doesn't mean you ever wanted to do delivery. Doesn't mean you ever wanted to do anything with it. Well, you've had this car, now use it. For whatever fucking, see the analogy again, right? Fit where it makes sense. Because if the car is your energy, then use it. If there's something that's coming up and now you're like, fuck it, all right, am I going to sit in the dark and fucking cry about shit that I can't change? Shit that's in the past, okay? For whatever reason, people choose to deceive you is their own prerogative, their own karma, okay? You sitting on it forever is only going to stall you, only going to keep you behind, okay? You're obviously separated from this person, so you don't need to be around them anymore, okay? So the sadness is on you. Do you want to be sad about it, or do you want to move into the future? Because for some reason, I feel like you want to move to the future, okay? And someone's got their eye on you. And I think for once in somebody's life, they're not looking at you like a one-stop shop, okay? They're not looking at you like they're going to get one thing from you, and that's it, mask in reverse. This person, okay, so I feel like whatever this four of a kind, it's going to come with people. Wolfgang, what up, buddy? Okay, it's going to come with people. Whoever these people are not wearing masks. They're not people that wear masks. You know why they don't wear masks? Because they're fucking authenticious. All right? They're fucking original OG motherfuckers. Okay, wedding rings in reverse. Fucking, like, honestly, I feel like break the commitment already. Like, take off the fucking rings. Okay? Outdated thinking. Like, you know, people, my sister works with this chick who says she's single. Tell me how this bitch isn't married, okay, but separated and living with her boyfriend of 10 years. Bitch, honey, you ain't single, you ain't divorced, you ain't independent, you officially attached to two motherfuckers, okay? Women are crazy. Honestly, people are crazy. People who, like, say they want to get divorced, but then they just, it's just a cowardly move until one of them makes a move to get back together. Okay? Like, honestly, I feel like someone's got to take the fucking ring off or get back together. Shit or get off the pot. You know what I mean? Cowards. Sitting there thinking that people are going to come to them. All right? Come back. Oh, you want to be with me? You're going to chase me around? Honestly, no. Any chick that's chasing a dude, you need to check yourself. Chicks don't chase. That's what guys are for, okay? And guys, if you're sitting on your ass expecting chicks to call you, grow up, okay? Get your dick out and start using your masculinity, because dudes who want chicks to chase them are chicks, and chicks who want to chase dudes are dudes, all right? So let's just do a little check it here for the energy. Okay, and always remember, this is just spirit talking. Chicks can ask out guys. Guys can ask out chicks. I don't really give a fuck, okay? All I'm saying is, if you want to be a man, act like a man. If you want to be divorced, get a fucking divorce. If you want to be in separation, do something about it. The people who sit on things. Okay, I once had this tattoo artist said to me one day, he tattooed me for years, too. So we had a lot of conversations. One day he says to me, I don't ever burn bridges. Okay, for one, we grew up in a small town. Fucking bridges have been burned with that fucking guy, let me tell you. Okay? All I have to say is fucking venereal disease and a half, and a whole fucking town will turn on you, okay? Okay, so how the fuck this motherfucker says, I don't burn bridges? I'm like, yeah, because other people are lighting them for you, all right? If you don't burn bridges? Are you fucking kidding me? If somebody does you wrong, you should be torching that bridge instantly. Motherfucker, you can build another one in that friendship, honestly. Like, people need to learn, like how valuable they are, okay? And if somebody fucking burns you, why are you standing there? Like, walk the fuck away. If they want you in their life, trust me, they'll apologize, they'll chase you down, they'll call you 900 times. Okay, you know why I know this? Because I've been somebody who's done something to somebody who's had to apologize. And was I waiting for them to call me? Okay, expecting an apology? No, honey. I'd chase that motherfucker down. Blocked my number. Okay, like I thought he was going to call the cops when I showed up. But for the most part, people who block your number are just pussies. Okay, somebody blocks your number, it doesn't necessarily mean they don't want to talk to you. It's just they're being a pussy. Maybe you're texting them too much or something like that. All right. My God, where are we going with this reading? Holy shit. Okay, wrap it up. Wrap it up. Whoever is watching you, okay, they're the ones, well, I can't say that for sure. I was like, they might be the ones with the four of kind, but I can't even say that for sure, okay? Okay. So, the person who has their eye on you, hypothetically speaking, has an offer for you, which is why, I mean, again, with the Uber, you have a car, somebody could be looking for you, okay? But it's not like a personal ad with your fucking name on it, but it's looking for somebody like you, and you might fill the statistic, okay? Like I said, when I was back when I was looking for a man, and I was like, all right, I'm looking for a man, and it might be you. It might not be you, but I'm shopping around, and I'm in your aisle. Might as well try you out for the night. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it does, it does. Honestly, what more? Same with Uber. I mean, I did food delivery all through fucking COVID, and I loved it. Like, I sat in my car for like 10-hour days. Okay, it was like the longest of my life, but I was living out in the fucking Calgary. I was living out in the mountains, and like I could just stare at mountains all day in the fucking snow and deliver food. It was like the greatest miracle ever. But to me, that was a miracle because I had freedom. I was in my car. I could smoke weed all fucking day. I could do whatever the fuck I wanted, and I needed that, especially during that period. Like, I couldn't wear a mask. I've got, like, respiratory issues and heart failure, and, like, I can't wear a mask all day. I would have died. So I needed freedom. I needed to figure out a way to do it, okay, without the restrictions. So, again, allow the analogy, okay? Whoever this person is from your past, okay, they like to lie to you, and they like to lie to you a lot. And it's something that you have to change from now, because you might even know this person lies to you, or this situation lies to you. But you're like, well, what else am I supposed to get? Or what else am I supposed to take? Or what else is there? Okay, honestly, if you want to keep yourself in that category that you can never get anything better, go right ahead. But if you don't, know that something is better that's coming. Yeah, because there's no fucking light out right now. It's all dark, dealing with all the zombies right now. So it's going to be fucked up, Wolfgang. You know this. Okay, soulmate, soul connection, partnership. Okay, so with the stability comes partnership contract. Okay, so whoever's watching you, again, like when you sign up for Uber, you sign a fucking contract that you're going to deliver the food and all this shit, okay? Contracts are everywhere. I signed a contract the other day. I signed one fucking a couple of weeks ago. Oh, man, I signed another one with the bank. My God, contracts coming on my ass, okay? Contracts here. Fucking start signing your goddamn name because another contract is coming. And it's time. But I mean, again, like Spirit always says, you don't have to take it. But just know that you got a lucky hand and you might want to. But don't do it if you don't want to. Golden mirror, the snake, not enough, coffin, clock, and not today. Okay, so, this enemy, okay, whatever this betrayal is a part of, whoever betrayed you, and whatever the spectrum is of betrayal, okay, I mean, I think I should hope by now, if you're watching this, that you know you have mission, okay? Everybody has mission. Whether you think you have a mission or not, you have a mission, okay? Some people totally blow it. Some people take it way too seriously. Some people have no idea what they're doing, but they magically do it anyways, okay? But please know, everybody has mission, okay? So whoever this deceivious one was that really fucked you over. Okay, so much to the point where somebody doesn't really want to move because of how bad the wounds really are. Okay, just know that you were betrayed by some type of feminine energy. Okay, whether or not they were masculine, it doesn't matter, or like male in real life, they were leading with their feminine energy. Okay, and they do. This is a feminine soul. Okay, and very malicious, and obviously been through the ringer on a few things on whether or not she needs to burn people, because that's the thing is like you come across people and it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to burn them. Just even if they fuck you over, like, do you have to burn them really? Like, allow karma to do its thing. Why do you have to do something just to validate the hurt and feel like you've gotten even or something? Okay, so whatever this is, this person had a choice, you know, and that betrayal, okay, has already costed you, you know, probably years, okay, especially feeling like you weren't good enough to do something again because of what happened. Like, I can remember after my friend's son died, even the thought of her being a mother again made her throw up, right? I mean, thank God she is a mother again, but it was very hard for her to even possibly, like, you know how some people, their dogs can die, cats can die, people can die, and they're like, oh, you getting another dog? Or you getting another cat? Or you getting another animal? And you're like the fucking just died. Like, or, you know, somebody's got a miscarriage, or you guys trying again. Like, do you know grief at all? You know, like, do you know how to grieve? AKA Chimo, you know, like, I had to grieve him, you know, as an adult, to know that, like, I was betrayed. They lied to me, right? Even as a child, they think, well, they're a child, you're a child, you can't handle the truth. Why? Is it that the child can't handle the truth, or the parent can't handle telling the child the truth? I think it's more the fucking adult can't handle telling the child. It's not that the child can't absorb the truth. Because believe it or not, children, they can handle themselves pretty fucking good. Okay? You tell them the truth because they don't really know, like, feelings and how to comprehend things. They're kind of like stoners. You know, they're kind of like, okay, well, how am I supposed to feel about this? They almost ask you, you know, like, am I supposed to be sad about this? And you're like, well, if you're not sad, then no, don't make yourself sad for no reason. Like, children are fucking, I don't know who invented them, but goddamn, like, are they ever little missions? Okay, like, they will fucking test you, taunt you, pick at you, bring out evil in you. Like, they will do everything to try to get you to the point to break. And the reason why people have children is to obviously create next generations, right? Therefore, boundaries should be tested. They can be tested. But why all of a sudden, once parents get into the role of being parents, they can't fucking handle it? And yet their child can handle more than them, right? Because why did my stepmother have to lie to get a dog killed? And then they lied to us. Why didn't you just tell us, well, the dog bit somebody, so we put him down? Like, why did you have to lie? If she's not lying, if the dog actually bit her, why didn't you tell us the truth? Right? It's like mind manipulation, because then a child goes, why did my parents just lie to me? Right? So now I'm in this fact of, like, did my father tell me the truth ever? Because even as a young adult, he still dumbfounded me. He still looked at me like I was nothing. You know, like I was the child that, you know, couldn't be tamed. I was the wild one. I was the one running around. I was the one massively abused. Like, I was the last one. Nobody cared about me. Like, if I had run away, nobody would even fucking known that I wasn't in my bed, because my sister was already moved out and my stepbrother was already fucking with his girlfriend. Like, I was the runaway. I was the fucking black sheep. I was the one everybody fucking hated. Okay? So, like, when shit like that happens, okay, it fucks with you, because those memories of your parents choosing to treat you the way that they did, it's always pushed under the rug, or like pushed to the side, like, well, you were being bad that day, or you were being uncontrollable, so you punished me for the way I was acting. How does that even make fucking sense, right? Because nowadays, it's like parents can't even keep their cool, right? Their kids start screaming, they fucking lose it. Well, why? Because most people, if you haven't noticed, don't know how to self-soothe. That's why they grab the bottle. That's why they grab fucking weed. That's why they grab something to chug it, right? Something that will take their mind off of whatever it is they just went through, because their parents never taught them how to grieve, how to slowly grieve the life of something that you just lost. It's always move on, get over it. The dust is settled now. You don't need to complain about it anymore. It's so abusive. And that's the thing, is a lot of people don't understand how abusive their families were, because it doesn't look like abuse, because nobody was smacking you, hitting you, making you cry. It was all mental. It was all get over it, get through it, pick up your shit, go here, go there, don't talk about anything, right? That shit, I tend to notice that the verbal abuse, the psychological abuse almost hits harder than the physical abuse, because the physical abuse comes out through others very physically, where you're kind of like, oh, okay, obviously dad smacked you around, you fucking asshole. You know, you can usually punch them in the face a few times and they'll learn. But the psychologically abused manipulate, right? They target, they get obsessed, they saturate themselves in other people, right? It's because they've been massively mind manipulated for their whole life. So what do? They go and they mass manipulate other people, not even knowing that they're doing it. Okay, so many things that we experience as adults are from our childhood. So if you don't let those things go, even if you're in your 50s, it really doesn't matter. It could still, like, I notice the smallest things that I do sometimes, and they call it OCD. Okay, call it whatever you want. I call it, I get uncomfortable, and I've got to move things around to make myself more comfortable. Even if I walk out of the room and my sister changes it, I don't give a fuck. I don't have to walk back and change it. Sometimes we have these, I think sometimes it's easier once we get a name for it or a diagnosis for it, but sometimes that's just to look it up. And most times, if there's something going on with you, like I was working with somebody and he said to me, well, I've got a lot of problems, and he quoted something that obviously he heard from somebody, and I said, but that's just you. Like, that's not your OCD. That's not your trauma. That is you. That is how you have coped through all these years. You call it this weird thing that you do when really it's just you living, right? So I think so many times we're not comfortable with ourselves because no one's made us feel comfortable before. And we've never felt comfortable before because we don't know how to soothe ourselves into feeling comfortable. We've looked for that comfort elsewhere. Okay, so wherever we have to change, realize where there's change, there's evolution. And you have to evolve. You're doing it anyways. Every minute you get older. Therefore, you're evolving. Therefore, if time can't stop the continuum until you die, you might as well evolve almost spiritually more than what you do physically. And you'll find the more spiritually you upgrade yourself, the less that your looks really do anything. You kind of just like stand still because you're learning so much more. Your wisdom is attaining, you're growing physically through your, intellectual state, I guess, intellectual being, really. So new beginnings are on the horizon, and Spirit can't say what it is because it's different for everybody. Okay, it's a breakthrough, I just heard. So put it this way, anybody that is even watching these readings, you've been stabbed in the back. Okay, whatever the betrayal was, it costed you something. And when we get betrayed, we just got hurt. And then you notice that through that betrayal, you end up hurting yourself even more than the person that chose to hurt you. Okay? So we can chill and hang out in a stagnant energy and refuse to move because of the betrayal, it's fine. I mean, like, healing for everybody is different. Like, people stay years in the same healing phase, okay? And other people want to go through their healing really quick, okay? Other people don't put a time on anything and say, you know what? If it's 40 years and I'm still healing, guess what? It's 40 years and I'm still healing. At least I'm still healing, and I'm noticing. Like, my stepmother, my stepmother used to say back in the day, like, even if you were to talk to her today, she'd be like, she would say that I made her jealous. That's what she said. My whole life, she's hated me because she says she's jealous. And it's so ironic. My sister and I, irony. We always like to say it's so ironic that Cindy says that, because the one thing that she won't talk about is whatever it is that she's got a problem with my sister and I. So I think, my gosh, like, do you have a problem with my sister and I? Is it our problem? Is it something that we did? Or is it the sociopath inside people that make you think that you did something? But really, they just don't want to change. They just don't want to evolve. They just don't want to see themselves as the problem. Because how can they see you as the problem and themselves as a problem? It's always only going to be you. And if you know that you have a feeling on somebody like jealousy, say that you're jealous, but you never do anything about it. You never talk about it. We were talking about that today, my sister and I, actually. Was it my sister? I don't know. I was talking to somebody about addiction today, because this is how we see Cindy. It's like, you know, an addict standing up at an AA meeting and saying, I'm an alcoholic, and then cheersing the crowd and sitting down and doing nothing about it, right? Why would you address that you have a problem, but yet continue it every day, right? So there are some people in your life that know that they're doing you wrong, know that they're hurting you, and they'll address that they're hurting you, but then they keep doing it, right? So there's definitely a lot of things that, even me, because, like, I'm not outside of this. I'm not like, I am too good for this energy. I know everything. Do I ever say that? Fuck no. I'm actually probably going to have to rewind and watch this, obviously, because there's a lot of different, like, trinkets in this video I'm going to have to watch, because, like, I don't remember really anything that I said. I do remember talking about my friend's dead son. But now it's like my memory's been wiped. I don't really remember. And then I'm going to try to get back into it again. Just leave it alone, Whitney. Oh, my gosh. And now that this took up 48 minutes, like, I was like, oh, yeah, this is going to be a quick reading. Remember, you know how I say that? Why do I say that? I don't even know how I said it. 45 minutes later. But there was, like, multiple readings inside that reading. Okay, so I'm going to cut it off now because, like, whoa. It is 22:55. Wow. Not even, like, late, but, like, wow. I'm never on this late, so it's just weird. Anyways, I hope it fucking resonated, people. Like I said, I don't even remember what I talked about. I'm so tired now. Oh my god. See these readings come out like this? Like, it's like verbal diarrhea. There's nothing. Like, now I'm not going to talk for the rest of the night. Thank gosh. I'm tired. All right, so I don't know when I'm going to be back. I have no idea. I can't plan the future if I fucking tried right now. So, oh yeah, I got shorts to upload today. I haven't put them up on YouTube yet, but they're on my Instagram, and I'll upload them here. And maybe I'll be back tomorrow. I don't know. I got a lot to do. So, word to your mothers. Be good, Wolfgang. Talking to you. I'm just kidding. Hope everyone's here. Igniting. I hope you're still here. And if you're not, oh well. 50:05. I just got a mirror. That was awesome. So, this was magical as fuck, okay? Like I always say. So, peace out. Oh, private readings in the description box below. And that's all I have to say. Oh, Igniting, you're still there. Thank you, everybody. Love you, too. Love and light, everybody. Sleep tight, and we'll see you soon. All right? Peace.